What is up, y'all? Welcome to the first video of LL Reacts. Some of y'all might know me. I have a very small gaming channel where I post tons of gaming content from tons of video games. I'm starting to finally gain some popularity, but not much at all. I only have 155 subs, but it's alright. We're slowly growing, and because I game so much, I decided I wanted to change up the content, make a reacts channel just to kind of for fun and see how it goes. So this channel will be looking at stuff like music, sports news, maybe some politic, like world news. I don't want to maybe do politics, but we'll see kind of as we go. And hopefully we'll just have some fun with it and see how it goes. Also, for y'all that watch my videos and streams on the L Shy account, as you guys know, I never use a face cam or anything. Mainly, I play on my Xbox, so I don't really know how I would do that. But for these videos, I will. I'm definitely very camera shy, but I'll try to get through it. Also, don't mind the basic background. I have nothing good. And the weird lighting. The lighting in here is broke, so I'm going to have to keep the window open, or the blinds of the window up, which kind of sucks, but not a huge deal, hopefully. But so today we're going to be listening to some Suicide Boys. They are a popular rap duo from Louisiana, or New Orleans specifically. Two cousins, Ruby the Cherry and Scrim. They're a pretty popular duo for their very, I don't know how to say this, but they're very good flows and production and lyricisms and ability to feel like synthesize with Jesus, I can't talk. Sorry, I'm a little nervous if you can't tell. But they're my favorite artists currently, so I wanted to listen to some of their projects. Some of the stuff I've listened to, some of the stuff I haven't. We'll probably do one project a day, whether it's a really long album, like a full album, or if it's an EP, which is kind of like a shorter version of an album, which is what we're listening to today. The first EP, the first project we're going to be listening to is Radical Suicide, one of personally my favorite projects. That's got some great songs. It's only 5 songs and then 10 minutes, so not very long. Should be a shorter YouTube video, which I think is actually probably better than a longer one. But let's get into it. Now, there's a few things. Sorry, by the way, the face seems to be a lot smaller, but I want y'all to be able to see the lyrics. There's a few things I'm be looking for while listening, or be talking about while listening. Between each song, or if I remember, which it might be a struggle the first few episodes, and once I get a rhythm, this shouldn't be too bad. But after every song, I want to give you maybe some thoughts, and then some things that I liked, disliked about the song, and then I'm going to tell you whose verse I liked more, whether it was Ruby's or Scrim's. And at the end of the EP, or whatever project I'm listening to, I'm going to do a rating out of 5. I don't like rating things out of 10 because I think it's way too much. So 1 is really bad, 2 is bad, 3 is mid, 4 is good, and 5 is really good. That's my scale. And I'll give you a rating, and then I'm going to tell you all my favorite song and least favorite song from the project. So without further ado, let's get started. First song is Stop Calling Us Horrorcore. By the way, it says Suicide Boys, and then Getter, who did the production on this album, I'm pretty sure, or EP, whatever you want to call it. But let's get into it. By the way, I'm not going to be talking during the songs. I'll just pause once in a little bit to give my thoughts, because I don't want, to interrupt the music, because I don't like that. So anyways, let's get into it. Like I said, first song. Forgot to mention this, but I'm going to have the lyrics up as you guys can see, because some of it is really hard to understand. I do have hearing issues, that could be a reason, but a lot of time it's hard for me to understand what they're saying. start, I like that sample. I don't know what it's from, but one thing about Suicide Boys is they have some great samples at the beginning of songs, especially their older songs. I think the newer stuff they kind of ran away from getting like samples at the beginning, but their old stuff they have some great ones like that. So, by the way, first, if you guys have never listened to Suicide Boys, the first in this song, the first person to sing is Scrim.
Out the mud, long start to flood, middle finger to the judge, face filled with such. Cruising with moving down the block, I got gun hammer. Young cracker, I'm a cancer that keep getting better. They got a grape hanging from a stake, floating above the lake, forbidden from heaven's gates. Ain't no choice to make. Stuck with these devilish traits. Bitch won't fuck, I said it today. Took her backstage, call young play, totally trade this bitch on my face, yeah.
Very solid opening verse. You also see, especially in these younger projects of theirs, or their older projects, they talk a lot about the devil and stuff like that. And it's basically because of their struggles of addiction and depression, all that they went through in their young lives.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Bit the goat, I
This is Ruby.
bit the duck. Fuck a bitch, cause in the lungs control my brain. Her lips are stuck to the duct tape. That shit don't brain as much. Bitch, I trim and pluck. Overly potent, no weed that I'm choking. I'm open my lungs. It's coated dick and it bust. Exhale blood.
One thing you guys will also see from the, by the way, so I'm going to be pausing a lot. I'm going to be pausing a lot, so so hopefully it decreases the chances of me getting copyrighted. That's all I'll say. So sorry about that. But anyways, what I was going to say originally is that both Scrim and Ruby changes her voice up a ton. Sometimes they make it like very deeper or very loud and shouty, which I think makes them really good and gives like a lot more depth to the music, you know.
Spilling on the kitchen and then listen to the devil whisper, killer and the glaze you missing. Bitches insane, I'm chopping on the brain, let them vein drain, bloody double cup, I'll take another go.
Alright, so that is Stop Calling Us Horrorcore, the opening to this EP. I think it's a great opening. I think Scrim's verse is personally better. I think a lot of the songs, Scrim's verse, I like more better. Again, that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. But I think it's a good hype song. This is one of the songs in this EP. Cause I listen to this one a lot, and a few songs I saw in like other videos. And this is the Stop Calling Us Horrorcore was the one song that took me a while to get into and like. But once I started listening more and more, I started to really like it. And I don't know, I think all these songs were good. This could be my favorite, I'm not sure. We'll see once we get through all the songs. But a great opening, nonetheless. This is Champion of Death.
Your life on T got the ice on we're still got the sights on that walk is.
Remember, this is Scram. So if you guys again have never listened to them, you might not know that. So that's what I'm telling you, just for people who have no idea what's going on. By the way, if you guys are wondering, I don't know, I probably could have said this some other point, but I didn't. This EP dropped in 2016, like July, the summer. So it is older, and once we get to the newer music, you'll tell a very big difference, especially with the voices in the songs. That's probably the biggest difference.
Stigma that in poker guys, still feeling stuck every single night. Don't give a fuck if I live to die. Surprised at this point that I have survived. Pull up with the motherfucking AK, tough bitch boy, good luck, young play, got the play, hit the slate, and we spray with the 445, bitches straight, 5-9, let the devil go rock. Number pussy.
So one thing you'll hear them say, they say a lot of things in their songs a lot, but G59 is like the record label. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the whole thing, but I know they say G59 the whole time. Actually, let me look. Yeah, let me look that up real quick. G5. I probably should know that. Don't mind me. Yeah, so it's a record. It's a record label they're on with a bunch of other artists that are kind of similar to them, and they do a lot of collabs with them too. But yeah, let's go.
If you gon' throw shade, fuck boy, I'm hungry and you looking like steak. Trigger finger in your chin, you looking like fake. Trash them pass you looking like race.
Champion Death, I think it's a solid song. I think I'm not the biggest fan of Ruby's verse. I don't know why. I just have never really vibed with it. Scrim's verse is solid though. And it's overall a decent song. I mean, I think it's one of the weaker ones on this album or EP, but it's still a solid song nonetheless. Alright, next up is Goosebumps. Seventh Ward is also another phrase they say a lot. What up? I forget. It's a yeah. So Seventh Ward is like a neighborhood, New Orleans, which again is where they grew up in. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of his verse. It's just like I don't know. I don't like the lyricism, to be honest. And I feel like him like I don't know. I don't like his tone. So also another reason it's called G59. So G59 is a like highway road in New Orleans where Ruby and Cherry grew up, Ruby and Scrim grew up. Like I said, they're in New Orleans, and they actually had a high school friend who went by that name, and then they made that G59 into the label. So that's why I say it a lot. But yeah, overall, another mid song. I think again, Scrim has the best verse. I think his voice flows a lot better, especially towards the end with Product of War and like this stuff, all these last lines. But again, an okay song, definitely one of the weaker ones in this album or EP. Alright, next up, and the reason I found this album, or found all these songs was one of their concerts when they did it in Wuha. Back, I think, 2017. 2017 was Wuha. Big festival they were at in the Netherlands. And one of the first songs they play is Magazine. It's actually the second song I play is Magazine. And it's so good in concert, or at least in the video. So I started listening to it, and then that's why I found all these other albums. The next song, too, in this EP, the last one, was also in that concert, and it was so good in that concert. Yeah, Magazine. I think this might be one of the best moments of production by Getter, or Versus, whatever, in this entire EP, if not the best. Such a good star. Such a good sample.
I come through with helicopters, buku blades in hella chopper. Looking like a dollar be a dime, we be racing in the lawn. Who the fuck out there to stop a bitch come through? Blue thing turn into new state, but at the original seven like Luke Cage, slit the wrist off the seat. That will never be bitch. The 7-1 law got a new day. But we be done non-existent to a personality split. One not never love the half dozen. Now who the fuck else wanna talk shit? Now who the fuck else wanna get ripped? Now who the fuck else think I'm a bitch? Come take a fucking shit. I swear that dog got you let up in the
Banger verse by Ruby. Banger.
snapping like necks from the back on the west. Kirk Cobain veins opium in my chest. Escape out the sight when I'm on the murder street. Voices inside of me won't let me go to sleep. Drowning in sleeping pills covered in ashes. Riding down Paris since I've never met. Ready to die, bitch, I'm ready to die. I put on the trigger, got blood on my saddle. Fuck, is she okay? No, I'm just a sight. Raged out the gate.
The switch up and the switch up from I pull on this trigger, got blood in my saying, to F is he okay? I'm not gonna cuss. To F is he okay? And then he switches up his voice to the end. It's so good.
It's always been my fate. Little slicky riding pain. Ruby pumping shot. Crucified top. Young Christ risen out the concrete.
Another great song, dude. The production, I think this is the song where both of the verses are like super similar in terms of like quality, and they're both really good. I would have to say though, I like Ruby's, especially the start after the same beat drop, and then he starts rapping fast, and then it just keeps going. Amazing song. And then the last song, Memoirs of a Gorilla. I think this is, I don't know, I mean, I'm not, fan or friends with a ton of Suicide Boy fans or anything like that. I think this is probably the most popular and most loved song in the CP, which you'll see if you'll get to hear my opinions and what I think is the best in a second, or in a minute. One of the reasons I love Suicide Boys, and especially like this song, Magazine, and Stop on This Horrorcore, it's such like hype song. Like, this is such a good song to get me hyped and get me going. Personally, again, everyone has different opinions, but this song, like a lot of these songs in the CP, man, get me going and get me excited.
Crawling under your skin. If I take a bet, you can guess who gon' win. I walk in the jacks without no protection. I function in hoods every city I'm in. I'm that great one gorilla out the concrete jump. Looking from the dope cause I just shot a bundle. Scarecrow make the chopper drum shots rumble. Scarecrow got the dope game from home. For the drugs of a bitch.
There's also there's a lot of words that both artists say, like, there's some words that Ruby says that you know, like, this is Ruby, and then there's a bunch of words that Strim says that makes you say, oh, this is Strim, like, automatically. Now, I don't know all of them, but I do know Scarecrow is one that makes you know, like, that only Strim says. And I'm pretty sure Seventh Ward is one of the ones that Ruby only says. There again, there's tons more. I don't remember all of them.
Outside they pick it, snakes start hissing, heads go missing. Rest in peace to the ones I'm killing. Teeth keep drilling, codeine spilling. Blood on my linen from the cuts. Never hit the hot boys at the crib with a mouth full of scripts. Body bag zip when the gun hella cook. Ruby leveled up. Ruby leveled up. Ruby gon' level up. Then I got the dojo, never playing up gas on the board. Kick back, never boy, flick gas to the short, flick gas to the sport. Ruby wrestles devil, and a seven with a Ruby get up on the move to one hood. Just
There's Seventh Ward again. He said a lot in these songs. It's very, monumental place that I'm in this music. It's said a lot in this music. There's a lot of, the lyrics obviously, just like the most artists or life experiences. And they've been through some pretty bad stuff.
yeah, 7-1 dragon with a fiery sword to the neck. He got the flame, he got the death, that's the rain from the red heaven. That you make that this game levitate over like concentrate, set them straight up, we are not the same. Yeah, it's hard to remain with yourself slave. Yeah, it's hard to remain with yourself made. We be about to take a second breath and break yourself because all that remains is the blood stain.
So that is Memoirs of a Gorilla, the last song. Another banger. I think that might be the best beat, especially to start. I think it's the best beat in this album, or CP. And a great song. Again, another very hype song. I think Strim definitely wins best verse, especially the beginning. Now, in terms of, so now that we've listened to the entire EP, I will give you my ratings first, and then I'll tell you my least favorite song and my favorite song. So my rating, I'm gonna have to give this a 5 out of 5. I think there's no misses. I think every song is good. There are some better than others, but I do think this is a very solid EP. I listen to all these songs on repeat besides the one, but very solid, very good, very good start. Now, my favorite, actually, let's start with my least favorite song. My least favorite song is Goosebumps. I think, again, the beat's not as good. I don't think the lyrics are as good. It's not bad, but when you compare it to the rest of the album, it's kind of, down here, when all these other songs are, up there, So that was my least favorite. And then my favorite, it's really hard. It's back and forth. But if you were to point a gun in my head and ask me my favorite, I would probably say Magazine. I think the beat has great production in the beginning, and I think that concert video, honestly, I have some bias. I know it sounds a lot different at concert. We got a crazy crowd and they're seeing it live. But I think that is my favorite. That beat, that sample at the beginning gets me going. But Memoir of Gorilla and Stop Calling Us Horrorcore are still amazing songs, and Champion Death is a very solid song. But that would do it. That is Radical Suicide, the EP album by Suicide Boys and Getter. If y'all enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments, and let me know some things I can do to make this content better, since this is the first episode. I gotta get used to it and learn. And then also let me know in the comments what we should do next. It has been our Suicide Boys project. I want to do one that I've never listened to. I kind of want to do, though, like the smaller EPs first. Once I get the hang of YouTube and doing this, being in front of the camera and all that, I can get to the bigger stuff, like the full albums and the longer stuff. Yeah, that will do it. I don't know why I didn't put my face cam up. Help me. But that will do it. Hope y'all enjoy, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.